Okay, so I will gonna start a lecture because we cannot wait more times. Uh, since this is a 1 hour lectures, so I have to cover the many content as per the syllabus, so that I can able to complete this syllabus in 1 month. Okay, so very good evening and warm welcome. Uh,
Good evening, sir.
yes, so I will be sharing my screen. Where is Mr. Abdul Latif? I think he left. Hello. Mr. Abdul Latif is left, right? Because now,
Maybe he left.
yeah, yes. Let me check. Uh, yeah, he joined now. Okay, so I will start now. In the in the previous lecture, yesterday's lecture, uh, what I explained about the typical job responsibility of QAQC engineer. As you are the engineer, so you might well known and aware about what is the job responsibility. But the thing is, it's very important to know the exact and to the point job responsibility. What are the core job responsibility for uh, the QAQC engineer? So that I have already explained in my last uh, training, yesterday's training. So today's training, I will be moving forwards for the remaining three modules of this. So sorry, the remaining three lectures, the remaining three chapters of this module. Okay, so still we are at a module one. Once we complete the module one, then we will move to the module number two. Uh, so I will be sharing my screen to you. Now, is it visible? Can you able to see my screen, Mr. Abdul Latif and Mr. Saeed?
Visible, sir.
Yeah.
Visible. Visible, visible.
All right. All right. So perfect. Yes. So yesterday's we have gone through the job responsibilities, and uh, we saw that what are the typical job responsibility and what are the importance of the QAQC engineer, quality engineer in any projects. And the chapter number 3 is dedicated to the general requirements. What are the general requirement of the quality in any project? Okay, for example, if I'm talking about any construction project, construction of the hospitals or any commercial buildings, or the construction of the transmission lines, 380 kV, 132 kV. Okay, depending upon the requirement from the client. One second. All right. So, what is the this chapter is all about scope? Sorry, the general requirement of the QAQC. Okay, so every company required an QAQC engineer or inspector for their successful project implementation, as it is a mandatory requirement of project quality management. See here what I mean. Here, for example, if any contractor is awarded a project, getting a tenders from any company, reputed company. So what is the main critical or the major requirement is that the they should have uh, they should have to implement the quality. Every company require an QAQC engineer inspector for their successful project implementation, because once the tender is awarded to the contractor, if any project and when the company when any contract is signed between two parties to to do the projects. So what happened here, like the contractor need to have some initial requirement. This is the every company or contractor required an QAQC engineer or inspector. It might be depend upon the configuration and the requirement of the projects. uh, Mainly three engineers are required: electrical QAQC engineer, mechanical QAQC engineer, and civil QAQC engineer. Okay, so this is the basic requirement at the first, uh, before execution of the project, before starting to the project. We need to have the contractor or the company need to provide assign this QAQC engineer to start their work, project work. Okay, I so this point is clear to you. Project Therefore the QAQC is needed to start from project initiation phase until the project completion phase. Once the quality engineer hires, he have to be remain in the project until the final handing over. Okay, it's not like that he like once he join and after that in between company uh, like end his contract, and company no more needed or required for this quality engineer. It's not like that. The quality engineer must have to present throughout the complete project. Okay, and from initiation, from the starting until the final completion and handing over of the project to the customer. So therefore, QAQC is needed from the start from project initiation phase until the project completion phase. The specific job requirement may be vary from industry to industry, but the generic requirement to implement the advocacy and effectiveness of quality management system to ensure the product or service quality specified by the customer. So it's not like that it is the standard requirement. If any company is running a project, they must have to have a quality engineer. Without quality engineer they cannot run the project. This is the international and mandatory requirement from the quality management system. And you know that, you guys, you know that the quality management system uh, is an international body. Okay, it's an international organization of standardization. So if any company want to certify the ISO certificate approval of the ISO 9000 on 2015 quality management system, so they must have to follow their norms. And uh, one of the norms for this ISO 9001 2015 is to have a quality engineer in the project. Okay, so I will move to the next point. What is the requirement of the QAQC engineer at initiation phase of the project? Okay, uh, so if you have any question, you can ask me. Okay, in between, if you have any doubts. Okay, no problem.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I think again Mr. Abdul Latif is left or what? Because I have
Yeah,
see.
maybe he left.
Okay, he must have to told maybe he's have some work or what, but I was expecting the 100% attendance of all the uh, students for these lectures and for this course. Anyway, so uh, let me text to.
Maybe once check with timings. They are not. suitable for this.
Time is the same time I said for with my ELP coordinator Miss Muskan for the same timing. It's from 10:30 to 11:30 Saudi Arabian timing. And then Indian timing is from 8 to 10. Sorry, from 10:30 to 11:30 is the Indian timing, and from the Saudi Arabian timing is from 8 to 9 p.m. 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So maybe he have
Okay,
some
okay,
work or I don't know, but I will text to
okay.
ELP coordinator so that if in case if he is facing any difficulty or any technical glitch, she can provide the help.
Um,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I will move forward. A requirement of the QAQC at initial phase of the project. At initial phase, the QAQC position and requirement uh, need to be added in the organization structure with the description of specific job responsibility expected from the various position like uh, quality directors, quality managers, quality supervisor, and quality engineer or inspectors. So what here the requirement of the QAQC at the initial phase is that at the initial phase QAQC position and requirement need to be added at the organization structure. Okay, for example, if any contractor got the contract for the projects, he awarded the tender and he wanted to start the work. So before that, there is some initial requirement that the company or the contractor need to make a one organization chart. In organization chart, he that company must have to provide the positions for the quality director, quality manager, quality supervisor, and quality engineers with their name and the typical job responsibility. And you might aware about the organization chart. Okay, it's like one type of flow diagram
Flow
representing the
diagram.
representing the various positions from top level to the bottom level. It start from the top level from CEO, from director, uh, and it finish at the end like the quality supervisor or
Tech,
quality engineers. Okay,
in
so
bottom side, technicians and helpers.
yes, yes, of course, you are right. At the bottom side, it's a technician helpers, but it is always starts from the top management like CEO and company directors. Okay,
Okay, okay.
so because what why I'm explaining this is a mandatory requirements of any project, and as a quality engineer we must have to aware about that because in the future if we
Okay,
wanted to work in a higher management position like quality manager, quality supervisor, or even for the quality director, we should have to be have a good knowledge of all the things for the initial phase or the initial requirement of the QAQC in the project. So
okay,
I will move further. Requirement of the QAQC at planning phase of the project. Why required at the planning phase? At the planning phase, you know that there are the four phases of the project. First, project initiation. Second phase is project planning. Third phase is project execution, and fourth phase is project closure and handing over. Okay, is it clear?
okay.
So
Clear, clear.
yeah, here at the planning phase of the project management, it is mandatory to make the PQP. uh, Yesterday I explained about the PQP, what is the project quality plan. Even though I will be explain in the in detail in the next module, about the PQP. What is the PQP? What are the content of the PQP? It's a very important document to start the project. Without PQP, we cannot start the project. It's a project quality plan, and it's based on the seven principle of the quality management system. That seven principle also I will explain you in the upcoming slides. Okay, so here these slides I will be focusing on only the what are the general requirement for the quality in the project. Okay, ITP, inspection and test procedure, MOS, method of statement for specific project, and necessary approval shall be taken from the customer for further implementation of PQP. Okay, so here this is the first. We have to be make the PQP. After that, we have to submit this PQP to the customer for the approval. Okay, once the customer approve the PQP, then we shall liable to start the project. Okay, whether it is a foundation work, for example, if it is a transmission line, so you have to start from the foundation of the, you have to start from the survey. Also you need to provide the uh, porta cabins, offices, basic facilities, car parking, porta cabins with having all the, you know, arrangement like air conditions, and you have to also need to have the WC and all the mandatory requirement for the office. So once it is done, then you have to start from the, you know, survey. So from where you have to make the foundation as per the project's requirement, and how many towers you have to do the foundation
Construct.
construct. Yes, this construction of the towers, all these things is you know, first, it is the first phase, it's the first execution, part of the first execution. So this so before that, they have to do the project manager and the site manager need to do the feasibility study. For example, if any wanted to do the foundation, before that we have to check that where uh, inside the foundation, at that area, is there any pipeline, water supply, or any underground power cables, or any communication cables is available or not. We have to make sure that all the things, because this is the, every company is uh, expecting from their contractor to make the good survey, feasibility study and survey at the beginning of the project, before starting the project.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the requirement.
Okay.
Requirement. The next point is requirement of the
Sir,
yes, please tell me.
in PQP, there is a manpower list also they will submit at the time.
In the PQP, I will explain you what uh, the list of manpower they will not submit. The mainly the PQP is based on the seven quality management principle. Okay, and that quality management principle, it there are the 7 points. Okay, that 7 points need to be, you know, you have to explain in the PQP. The first is the
Okay.
yeah, out of the 7 point, uh, first is the customer focus. Okay, uh, and
Okay.
second point is the leadership. Okay, and third point
Okay.
is uh, involvement of the people or engagement of the people. Okay, fourth point is uh, you know, relationship management. Okay, fifth point is the improvement. Six,
Okay.
and the point number six is uh, you know, after improvement, need to have a engagement of the people. That engagement of the people I already covered. So i will I will explain you in the next lecture or in the next chapter, so that it will be easy for you, because you know, if I will explain here, so it will be
Okay.
bit, you know, it will be getting mixed up with this concept. So for that, I
Okay.
will be taking a separate lecture for the quality management
Okay.
principle, because the PQP
Okay.
is totally based on the quality management principle only. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So here QAQC requirement, one of the project is actually started. Once the project is actually started, it is necessary to control and ensure the quality of the project. This can be done by performing the regular inspection, test, audit as per the approved PQP. The main purpose of the implementation of the QAQC is to regulate and have the necessary control over the quality for each and every task of the project. Okay. Uh, if found any non-conformance, uh, it should be controlled by effective NCR and observation. This forces project management to team to take a appropriate course of action to avoid its reoccurrence and to mitigate the risk of failure in the future. So, in the simple word, what it what this paragraph mean is the requirement of the QAQC at the implementation phase when actually the project is getting started. Okay. And when the all the manpower is deputed for the projects, okay, like subcontractor, laborers, engineers, site managers, safety officers, electricians, okay, storekeepers, when all they started working for the projects at that time, what is the requirement of the quality, uh, and what is the requirement of the quality engineers? The He have to make sure that the everything should be uh, going on in the smooth way. There should not be any, any problem or any deviation. That has to be make sure the quality engineers have to make sure that there should not be any deviation or any problem. For example, if any tower foundation is placed at the wrong, if the any tower foundation started by the project team in the wrong location, where there is the possibility of the existing communication cables or the power cables, or or the water pipelines is going on, and beside the call the project management team started the foundation work because they did not do the proper survey, and that's why they able to trace the location, they fail to trace the location for the foundation, and they started. So see, this is the big problem. So the so what here the quality engineer must have to stop this work, and here he have to give the NCR, and he have to immediately stop the work, because this is a big violation from any company. This is a big violation, not only for the company, also for that particular area and for that particular country. So this is one example I had given you. So this is everything need to be checked by the proper method of statement, by checklist, by ITP. Okay. So the second most important requirement of QAQC during project implementation phase is to raise the required RFI, okay, for completion of sub activity and admit to the client for necessary approval uh, to maintain a cash flow in the project. So here what I mean, uh, second most important requirement of the QAQC is the, you might aware about the RFI, right, Mr. Sayed?
No, sir. No, no.
RFI is
I
our,
heard.
yes, I will explain you. RFI is nothing but it's a request for inspection. What the main job responsibility of quality engineer is, yani this is one of the mandatory requirement and the job responsibility of the quality engineer. Apart from the inspection, he must have to raise the RFI. It's a request for inspection. Here, for example, if we are working for 380 kV overhead transmission line, okay, for example, 380 kV overhead line, and there is the construction
Okay.
of the towers. Uh, Project team completed the tower ground assembly of the tower, and they erected the tower. Okay, now
Okay.
that work has to be certified from the customer. What the quality engineer doing,
Okay.
that quality engineer will first do the inspection as per the drawing and as per the standards. Okay, if it is okay,
Okay.
then the quality engineer will submit the request to the site consultant or the customer representative, that this is
Okay.
the tower we have erected and please come and do the inspection. So
Okay.
the site consultant is from the client side, from he is the client representative, and he will he will do the necessary inspection, and if everything is okay, then he will provide the approval on this form, the RFI form. This form
Okay.
we have to submit to the client, to the customer, for the money, for the cash flow. So uh, this is something very important. I will share you the one complete PPT of the RFI, so that you can able to
Okay.
understand in a more gen- in the more detail. I wanted to explain to you. So can you able to see my PPT?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is this PPT I particularly made for the RFI only. What is the RFI? What is the content? All these things you will get. This PPT also I will be share to you. Okay,
Okay.
after completion of this today's training, I will send you this
Okay.
PPT. So table of the content. What is RFI procedure for the RFI, requirement of the RFI, documentation, inspection and approval, uh, inform and share point record, claim for the project invoice, and conclusion this. So let's see. First, if you wanted to define what is the RFI in very simple way, the very simple context, the RFI is request for inspection and approval from the customer for completed activity or sub activity during project execution phase.
Okay.
Okay, it's very clear. Okay,
Okay.
so now what is the type of RFI one need to make? The is a quality engineer, there are the two type of inspection, RFIs, you can say that every quality engineer need to make. First is RFI, request for inspection for installation work at site. For example,
Okay. Installation.
inside the substation, if it is a 132 kV substation or 380 kV substation, there is the installation of GIS. Okay, installation, construction of GIS. So once the GIS the work is completed, then uh, after the quality engineer must have to submit the RFI for the GIS completion. This is one of the example I'm giving. Let's move to the example of the OSTL, overhead transmission line. Uh, as I explained you,
Okay.
once the contractor uh, completed the tower assembly, and once he completed the erection of the complete tower, okay, full body, then what he will do? He will ask for his customer representative or site consultant for the inspection. Okay, because this is something work we done. And MIR is material inspection, request for delivered material at a store, at a warehouse. Okay, here MIR, you know that, or sometimes it is called as RMI, receiving of material
Yeah.
inspection, or MIR,
RM.
material inspection request. This when we are receiving a material from the vendor, from the third party, this material is we are storing in the warehouse, project warehouse. Before actually using this material, we have to certify from the customer. Okay, so again, there is a one form, the quality engineer must have to raise the uh, MIR or RMI, and he have to submit to the customer or the site representative, site consultant, for approval. He will check, he will inspect as per his requirement, yani drawing in or standards. And if he found okay, yeah, material is good, then he can provide his approval. Okay, so this point is
Okay.
clear, right? So
Yeah,
what
clear.
procedure I the same procedure which I explain you, I have written here. You can read in a very simple language so that you can understand. Following are the general steps for the RFI. Okay, first step is notification for the job completion at a QAQC to sorry notification of job completion to QAQC engineer from project management team through internal RFI. So again, I would like to tell you there are the two type of RFI you can see. One is internal RFI and the second is the external RFI. Okay, internal
Okay.
RFI means like uh, as a quality engineer, if you are working any project and if you wanted to do the inspection for the completed work, for example, let's the tower erection. So after completion of the tower erection, the site team, the site engineer or the site manager will send you the request कि dear engineers, please come to the site and check this activity this we have completed, and please check
Okay.
and uh, make the necessary inspection. Okay, then you will go to the site with the drawing and with the material, sorry, with the drawing and with the standards, and you will check. If you will find okay, then second number point number two, schedule inspection test for received material. uh, no, this is the same point. Schedule inspection or test of received material or accomplished activity at a project by site quality engineer. Okay, so once it is once you will receive the notification actually from the site manager or the site engineer, you will go to the site for the inspection. Okay, third point is conduct the internal inspection as per the IFC approved drawing and client standard requirement. You will do the necessary inspection. Fourth point is fill the checklist of the work inspection with the name date. For example, if there is the activity for the insulator hoisting, okay, insulator hoisting for over the tower. So if the site team completed the assembly of the insulators, then they will invite you for the inspection. You will go to the site and you will going to check. How you will check? You should have the one checklist for the to do the inspection. Fill the checklist of the work inspection with the name, date of inspection, okay, drawing reference number, observation if any. Okay, for RMI raise internal MIRN. So this is something like, you know, for the work is for the if the work is completed, then you have to check. So the checkpoint shall be you the as a quality engineer, you have to check from the checklist or from the drawing. This is our reference. Fifth point, raise the NCR or site observation for any non-conformance point as per level and severity of error or defect. Okay, so for example, if you found
Okay.
anything wrong, if the insulator uh, you check the insulator assembly and there is the uh, broken insulator you found, or there is something, you know, the pin of the assembly is not as per the drawing, you can either make the observation, or if the insulator is cracked or damaged, you can raise the NCR. Okay, so
Okay.
sixth point is after successful quality compliance, raise the internal raise inspection request along with all relevant approved drawing specification, checklist, delivery note, shipment release, FAT report, ITP, technical submittal to site consultant. So here what the point number 6 is, point number 6 about, for example, you have completed your inspection until the point number say 5. From point number 6, what you will do, you will now request the site consultant to do the inspection. Okay, so first you check the you did the inspection from your side. If it's okay, then you will send the inspection request to site consultant or the site representative, customer representative. Okay, arrange schedule inspection for site activity or deliver material by site consultant or client. Okay, it can be any site activity as I explain you. If whether it is insulator hosting or tower erection or any delivery of the material for the, like for example, it's the delivery of the conductor, ACSR conductor, or the delivery of the spacer damper, or any communication cable that has to be checked. Okay, receive the approval from the site consultant or client, acknowledge and record in the ECM SharePoint folder. Once you receive the approval from the site consultant, you have to make uh, you have to uh, make the record. First of all, you will acknowledge the receiving, and after that you have to make the record in the system, and also you have to make the hard copy for your for the future use, because this RFI will be needed to be submitted to make the invoice and to get the payment, to get the money from the customer. Notify to the project management team. Okay, so I think is this
Okay.
clear to you?
Clear, clear.
Yeah, because I explain in a very simple way, and it's like this is the general steps for the RFI.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, I
now
will go through this.
yes, now I will be sharing you the RFI format, how it looks like. This is an internal RFI format. Can you see my screen or shall I make it zoom?
Clear, clear, sir.
Can you able to see my screen
We,
for this
yeah,
call?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm zooming. I'm zooming. I have option.
You have option?
Yes,
Okay, okay,
yes.
okay. You can zoom. Otherwise, if I can also zoom to have a clear visibility of these slides. So see, can you see right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, see the title, Request for Inspection, RFI. This is an internal format where this site team, the project management team, will submit this form, uh, this field form to you. Once, for example, they completed the work, they completed the
Okay,
tower erection completion. What, or for example, they completed the tower foundation work. So they will submit this. See what are the content. First is the contract number. Okay, project contact number. Second is the project title, the project name. Okay. Uh, Third is RFI number. Here, what is the RFI number? You will write previous RFI number. For example, if the previous RFI is you wrong or getting rejected, so you will provide the uh, revision number here. Revision one, revision two, like this. Okay, and
okay,
here quality representative signature. Here will be the quality representative signature. For example, if you are quality engineer, so you have to provide the sign here. Okay, next is required inspection discipline. What is the discipline of the work? It is the civil work or mechanical work or electrical work or communication work, that has to be, you have to describe here. Okay, the next column
okay,
is required inspection. Okay, required inspection means you have to describe the activity. For example, if the uh, RFI is for request for inspection for insulator hosting, so here you have to write the complete description. Request for inspection for suspension assembly of the towers with the tower number and the location. Okay, here you have to
okay,
provide the location equipment number. Then here in the date column, provide put a date and in the expected time when you wanted to make the inspection. Okay, here description in the, like, you have to describe what are the things you want to make the inspection. So this
okay.
you have to provide the complete detail. For example, if it is a uh, erection of the tower, so erection of the tower types, you have to mention the assembly and erection of the for example, it is a tangent tower, 0 to 2 degree tower. So here you have to mention erection and assembly of the 0 to 2 degree tangent tower with the tower number. Okay. See, next supporting
Okay.
document
Okay.
is what is the approved drawing. They need to attach the approved drawing or approved MIR or any reference standard along with the RFI. So please remember one point: RFI should never be submitted alone. There should you should uh, you should attach the supporting document as a quality engineer, or even though if anyone is raising a RFI, whether it is internal or external, they must have to provide the supporting document. Are you getting my point?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Whether, for example, if it is the approved drawing, for example, if this is the tower erection and assembly of the tower, so there is the SOP and erection drawing for the tower, so that you have to attach with this form. Okay, any standard reference you have to attach it, like customer standard. It's a transmission engineering standard or transmission material standards or transmission construction standards that need. If you perform the test, you have to put the test report along with the RFI. Okay, delivery note, if it is a material, then you have to provide the delivery note. Okay, here the next column is
Okay.
project team. Here the project name, project team here by has verified that the work is completed and correct and ready for the inspection by quality team. Okay, that in this column is quality team confirm the receipt of this inspection request for the date and time noted above from the company name, and maintain the right to reject the work if found not acceptable or complete. For example, if you found any problem, you have a full authority, you can reject the RFI. Okay.
Okay.
Next column is project team representative. Here is the name of the site engineer or the site manager, signature and date. Here quality representative, for example, if you are a quality engineer for that project, so your name, your signature and date. And here inspection report, here you have to make the comment. For example, if you have any comment for that inspection, okay, so you have to write the comment in this section. Next is
Okay.
inspection status. Now you have to declare this, whether you agree you pass the inspection or whether you fail the inspection. If everything is okay, then you will accept that. Okay. Otherwise, you have a authority to reject the, if you found any deviation, any problem, it is not matching as per the IFC drawing or standards, then you can straight away you can reject this RFI. Rejected, job not ready, or rejected violation. Okay, and put your comment here. Okay,
Okay.
the
Okay.
next is observation or NCR numbers. If you have any observation, you can make a comment here and you can put as a NCR number. Closing signature. For example, if this RFI is totally filled and approved, then you have to close this RFI by providing the signature, your name, your signature date. Here project team name, project signature, project manager or the site manager or the site engineer name, signature and date. So this is the RFI format. Have you understood? Hello? Hello, Mr. Sayed?
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes. So So have you? I hope you understand this format. This form. Do you have any question in this form or the RFI form?
While rejecting, we have to mention any specific comment on that in this form.
Yes, yes. See, dear, here is the comment. You can see my cursor. See the comment.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
yeah,
is a
yeah.
comment. Here you can make the comment that this
Okay,
RFI is rejected due to so and so reason. You have to put the reason here. Your comment. Okay. You have a full authority as a quality engineer. If you are working in a any project, you can, if you find this, the work is not, if any violation or the work is not as per the drawing or as per the standard, you can straightforward, you can reject that. Okay.
okay, okay, sir.
So I will be moving to the next slide, requirement of the RFI. So as I explained
Okay.
in my previous slides, the main purpose of the RFI or any RMI is to certify the completed work or delivery of material of the project from the client to raise the invoice for the payment. Okay, as you know that every company is doing a business and every business need the money to run. So it's all about the cash flow.
Yes,
So
yes.
main purpose is once you have completed the work, you have to take the money from the supplier. So quality engineer
Yeah.
play a very important role. Why I'm explaining you, because if you will not raise any RFI as a quality engineer, company will not get a single money, a single real or single halala.
Okay,
So this is the power of the quality engineer in the in any company.
okay.
So RFI shall be raised after, because here money is involved. So it is very critical.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Indirectly.
Yes. So RFI shall be raised after successful compliance and conformance of the quality standard and fulfillment of the quality obligation as per approved PQP and PTS. So this you well aware. Okay, this already I explained this.
Yeah,
Okay, what is the importance of the RFI?
yeah.
Now document, what are the document we need to have, because as I told you, RFI should not be submitted alone. There should always be a supporting document along with the RFI. Okay.
Okay,
So what
okay,
are the supporting document? This is the list of the supporting document. You must have to attach the drawing, IFC drawing,
okay.
along with the RFI inspection checklist. For example, if there is
Okay.
doing the inspection for the insulator hosting or the
Yeah.
tower assembly, so you have to provide the checklist. What are the things you checked? Yani, okay.
Okay.
Third is shipment release note. For example, that is a material from the supplier, from the third party, from the vendor. So
Yeah.
you have to attach the shipment release. This the shipment release is from the supplier. Okay, this is the document. This fourth is FAT report. You might, are you aware about FAT, factory acceptance test, Mr. Sayed?
No, 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 sir.
You don't know about FAT, factory acceptance test?
No.
Have you heard
Means they give the specific specific data. This equipment should be work.
No, 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 no. I will explain you. One minute. Factory acceptance test is basically it is done at the supplier factory. For example, if there is a transformer, hello, hello, oh yeah, hello, hello,
Hello.
yeah, yeah. Sorry for small disturb. There was some network connectivity issues.
I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, there was some network connectivity issue.
Okay,
Okay. So I
no
was
problem.
explaining you about the FAT, factory acceptance test,
Yes,
FAT test. Factory acceptance
yeah,
test is usually done at the uh, supplier factory. For example, if you are purchasing a transformer,
yeah,
okay, from the any supplier, so that transformer must have to check at the supplier factory before
yeah.
dispatch to the company. So there are the many tests uh, of the particular transformer. So all the tests have to be
Yeah.
done, and the company must have to witness the test. For example, if you are a quality engineer, you will go to the supplier factory, and you will see the test inspection. You will witness the inspection. Okay.
Okay, okay. Assurance.
Yes, to make sure that everything is okay. After that,
Okay,
after completion or successful completion of the test, they will submit you the report.
okay,
As a quality engineer, you will submit this report in your company.
okay.
Okay, so this is a
We-
factory acceptance test. So this is very
Okay,
important test, because without factory acceptance test, we should not take any material from
okay.
the supplier.
We can't
Yes,
installation and we can't go for installation and testings
yes, yes. You're right. Without
inside.
yes, even though we cannot able to, the supplier cannot able to deliver in the company, in the warehouse, without FAT.
Okay,
Yes.
okay,
So what usual practice is that we are doing the test at the supplier factory, and we we are asking the supplier to submit the report. And once
okay.
this he submit the report, after that we are uh, giving him a permission to make the delivery.
Uh,
Clear?
Clear, sir, clear.
Point number 5 is technical submittal approval. It's a technical approval. For example, if there is a transformer
Specifications.
specifications, what is the what is the kVA of the transformer, what is the temperature
Yeah.
rating, what is the limits of the transformers, all the technical parameter.
Cable
Yes,
specifications.
its voltage level, its frequencies, how. So all the things that need to be submitted, that is a technical submittal approval. Okay, but basically
Okay.
this is approved from the customer. We are submitting to the customer, and customer is giving the approval. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
6 point is ITP, inspection and test plan approval. This is
Okay.
ITP is a means what are the point that need to be
From
checked.
site,
Yes,
field from field.
yes, yes. Inspection and test plan. So
Okay.
that has to be approved. The seventh is
Okay.
delivery note from the supplier or the external providers. If there is the delivery of material, for example, the delivery of the let's say the conductor drum or any communication cable, so that has to be uh, you have to put the delivery notes along with the RFI and MIR. Okay.
Okay.
uh, 8 number is any test report. For example, if you are provides the grounding test, if you make the grounding test for the tower, there should be a test report, there should be a reading how much the grounding test, if you done the grounding test, what is the resistance of the that grounding of the tower.
Okay.
Are you getting
Okay.
my point? So for example,
Yeah,
there
yeah, getting.
is the one instrument called as digital earth tester or megar meter, that is
Yeah.
used to check the ground of the tower earthing.
Yes,
So
restaurants.
yeah, so that has to be that reading that need to be attached with the RFI. Point number 9 is
Okay.
subcontractor or external provider approval. That must, we cannot take the material or purchase material from anyone. This is a mandatory requirement. There is the
Okay.
there is the list of the approved supplier from the customer. Customer say, see, I have this list and I have this approved supplier. If you wanted to uh, purchase any material from the supplier, that has to, you have to choose the supplier from my list. You cannot choose from your way or from your convenience. Are you getting? So
Yeah.
cus- so we have to choose the supplier or
Subcontractor.
or subcontractor as per the uh, approval from the customer.
Okay.
Okay, that subcontractor or the supplier must be approved by the customer. Okay, I think up to this point, is it clear to you?
Clear, clear.
Okay, so I am moving to the next. Inspection and approval. What is the condition of inspection and approval? Like, for example, if you are making the submission, making the RFI, and you are submitting, planning to submit to the consultant, you have to raise the RFI 24 hours before inspection, in advance. For
Okay.
example, if the tower, if you wanted to make the inspection of the towers, the complete erection and the assembly of the tower, so you have to make it 24 hours before. We cannot say the,
Okay.
yes sir, please go, let's go for inspection because the tower is ready. No, it's like
Yeah,
24
yeah.
hours we have to submit in advance. We have to either notify through the email or through the WhatsApp or through the phone to the consultant.
Okay.
Okay, second point is work material description and item code in the RFI should be as per the schedule C. There is the if you are making any RFI for any work, there is the code for every work,
Item
code
code.
number, item code, yes, that is from the customer. So that item code you have to put. You cannot just put the description of the work in khalas. No, it's not like that. You have to put the complete item code in the item description. Okay.
Okay.
Point number three is drawing or the customer specification. Reference shall be mentioned in the RFI related to specified work or material. For example, if you are making the RFI for the tower grounding, okay, so you have to submit the drawing along with the RFI. So you have to put, you must mention the drawing number. IX, hello,
Ah, okay. Okay.
yes, the so drawing number. For example, if you are requesting to the consultant for R to do the inspection for the tower grounding, so what you have to do, you have to mention the that grounding drawing number, ground, like, there is the specific drawing for the tower grounding arrangement of the tower. So that drawing number that you have to mention in the RFI. Point number four is RFI should be signed by QAQC engineer. As I already
Sure.
shared with you this format, there is the
Yeah.
mandatory that the quality engineer need to sign in the RFI. Okay. Point
Okay.
number five, all the relevant inspection checklists should be filled, signed, and acknowledged by quality engineer. All the checklists that is required for the RFI as a evidence or as a supporting document that need to be filled and checked, filled and signed. All the
Okay.
relevant, point number six is all the relevant approval, IFC drawing, customer specification, shipment release note, FAT test report, technical submittal approval, ITP approval, shipment delivery note shall be attached along with the RFI RMI. If it is a material, then all these documents that need to be attached for the material approval. Okay.
Okay.
So now I will be sharing with you the next format for the RFI from the customer. How the customer RFI is looks like. Can you able to see my?
Yeah,
Again,
yeah, yeah.
can you give me 1 minute? Just I will be coming back. Just give me a second.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes. So this is a typical format for RFI format from the customer.
Yeah. Okay.
If you will look here, request
J-
for the inspection. I
Data
will make
inspection.
little bit zoom. Now is it visible clearly?
Yeah, 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 sir.
Hmm. So here in the blue box, there will be the customer company name and logo.
Logo.
Okay. The after that, this is the title: request for inspection approval (RFI). Here
Okay.
in the next column, the contract number in PTS portion. Okay. Every project have the contact number. For example, if you are working, if you are a subcontractor or any company working for the any big company for the
Yeah.
project, so there is the contact number. Contract,
The
that is a
given.
project
Yes.
contract number. And PTS number is project technical specification number. This is usually provided by the customer. And customer says this is our total project requirement. You have to follow this PTS uh, while doing the project. And in the PTS, each and everything is mentioned. Okay, what is
Okay.
the
Okay.
role, job role, responsibility of the contractor for the company, for every engineers, for managers. Also, what are the typical works that has to be done? What are the phases of the work? How how much time they should the the contractor should take? How much time to complete the work? Yani every detail. This is a PTS number. Okay, and after that the here the project number, project name. Okay, the next column is the project name itself. Here you will provide the full description of the project. Okay.
Yeah.
Next is contractor. For example, if you are a company, you have to provide your company name here. Okay.
Okay.
Next is uh, yani this is, see this blue box says at the top most right and left corner, it is the company name of the customer and the logo of the customer company. Okay. And
Okay.
here the
Okay.
in this column contractor company.
Contractor.
Yes.
Contract.
Yes, contractor company name. Okay.
Subcontract.
Next is here you have to mention the date of the inspection, at what time you are requesting for the inspection. Okay. Date and the time. Date and time. And here the RFI date, and here RFI number. See this
Okay.
RFI number. For example, if it's first RFI, you will make your company code slash, if it is a electrical work, E.01 or 02, like this. And then here reference drawing. You have to mention the drawing. What are the drawing numbers for the RFI for this work? The specific drawing number. Okay.
Okay.
Next is as item code. As I told you, here we have to mention the item code as per the schedule C. You know, schedule C is like a BOQ, bill of quantity, where
Okay.
every work have a item code, every material have a item code. Okay,
Okay.
that you have to mention here. Next is the line number. For example, if there is a two circuit, two circuit, two line 1 and line 2. So which work you wanted to make the which work you wanted to do the certification, line 1 or line 2? So you have to mention the line number or circuit number. Okay.
Yeah.
uh,
Okay.
Description of the location, mention the job description and the location as per pricing addendum. Here is the description of the work, yani what work you wanted to certify, this work complete description. Okay. For example, if wanted to certify the uh, grounding work for the tower number, let's say 1, so grounding test inspection for the tower number, tower type, tower type tangent tower 0 to 2 degree, and the tower number 1. This all the description, the complete description you have to mention. Okay. Hello. Next is,
Yeah. Yeah, sir.
yeah, work to be inspected. What are the work? For example,
Okay.
what is the category of the work,
Uh,
whether it is
Civil
electrical,
electrical
civil,
mechanical.
survey or mechanical, that you have to choose. If it is the electrical, you have to make the tick mark here. Okay. Next is
Okay.
whether, what is the category of inspection, where you are doing requesting for the inspection, or whether you are requesting for the re-inspection, or whether you are requesting for the test, or you whether you are requesting for the retest, that you have to uh, make the tick mark. Okay. Next is name
Okay.
of the contractor site engineer, contractor electrical site engineer. If it is a electrical
Okay.
work, you have to get the sign from the
Site engineer.
either site
Site
engineer,
engineer.
yes, or the site manager. If the site engineer is not available, you can take the sign signature from the site manager. Okay.
Okay.
Next is
Okay.
contractor QAQC electrical engineer. Here you have to sign. If you are electrical, if you are a QC engineer, quality engineer, your sign, name and sign, and date. Okay. And see, this is the next section is uh, comment observation from the customer. This complete section is for the customer. If the customer found,
Okay.
customer means the consultant. If you consult site consultant find any observations, any comment he can write here. Okay. Depending upon
Okay.
his comment, he have a full authority to accept or reject the RFI. If everything is okay, he
Okay.
will approve the RFI. If if there is any problem he found, he can reject RFI. See. Okay. After that, he will put his name and signature here.
Okay.
And once the RFI is signed by the consultant, again he will give back to you as a quality engineer. You will put your sign as a receiving with the date.
Okay.
Got it? So this is the format of the
Got it. Got it.
RFI. Yeah, complete. If you have any question in the RFI, you can ask me.
Till no, no, sir. I will check and
I think everything is very clear. Okay. And even though if you have any question
yes,
later on, you
clear,
can
clear.
ask me in the next lecture also. No problem. Okay.
Yeah, I will ask.
Okay. So this is again material inspection request. This is also a one type of the RFI. Okay. But it is specifically, this form is for material approval. The previous form
Okay.
is for the work approval, and this form is for the material approval.
Material inspection.
Yeah, content is the same, only the name
MRI.
is the MRI or MIR, you can say. Only the content is the same, only the name is different. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So I will be next moving to the next slides. So after that, what you have to do, you have to, after getting the approval of the RFI, you have to inform to the project management department, and you have to make the record. This RFI project management, what they will do at the end of the month, they will collect all this approved RFI, and they will make the invoice billing for this as per your RFI, and this invoice they will submit to the customer for the money. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So this is the same way I mentioned. Every month, QAQC engineer should upgrade the project progress sheet and submit to site consultant for the approval. After successful approval
Okay.
from the client, QAQC engineer shall notify to project management team for their further action. So further action, all after that, all the commercial part will be start. Commercial part means like submission of the invoice. This invoice will approved by the customer. After that, the customer will make the payment. All the things. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So this is something I I have given you the detail of the RFI. So I think for today we can stop, and
Okay,
we
sir.
will process tomorrow. We will continue tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir.
If you have any question, you can ask me. No problem.
It is clear, sir. Till now, it is clear.
Yes, yes. Because my main purpose is to know to provide you the knowledge in a very simple way, so that it can easy to understand, and so that later on you can apply in your job.
Okay, sir.
So
Yeah.
uh, that's it for the today. So we will meet you
Okay.
tomorrow. Tomorrow means like
Okay, sir.
tomorrow
Thank you.
is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Monday we will continue with the lectures, because the lecture
Next
is
week.
from Monday to Thursday, 4 day in a week.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay, sir.
directly we will meet on coming Monday.
Monday.
Yes.
Okay.
So meanwhile, this lecture is already recorded. So I will provide you the recording of this. Okay. You can take
Okay.
it from ELP coordinator Miss Muskan. She will provide you the link for this recording. Okay.
Oh,
Meanwhile, also I will provide you the notes of this lecture and also the PPT. Okay.
RFA PPT should be
No problem. I will.
uploaded, sir.
Yes, I will upload. I will share with you. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. See you for the next
Thank
lecture.
you. See you. Thank you. Okay.